Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some awesome topics for you guys, or not so awesome how you're looking at it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with a huge update for Cyberpunk 2077. And I don't mean an update that you're going to be downloading gigabytes. I mean an update in terms of the game status and what's going on, because PlayStation has put the foot down. The boot of Jim Ryan has been put down right on Johnny Silverhand's digital throat, because Sony has removed Cyberpunk 2077 from PSN. And there's also information on refunds. So we did cover that, right? So if you want to get refunds for the game, if you've already purchased it, you can go through PlayStation or Xbox in order to do so. All of that is there, Steam, whatever the case is. However, Sony took it a step further. So this is what they had to say on the official Sony Interactive Entertainment website. Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. SIE strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from PlayStation Store until further notice. I repeat, it's not just about refunds, but you can't buy the game. That goes for the PlayStation 5 and that goes for the PlayStation 4, since they share pretty much the same store. So even if there is like the better version, right? If you play it on PS5, you still won't be able to buy the game. It's not like it's a PS4 only, right? Because remember, it's a backwards compatible PS4 title being on your PS5. So people that are even on PS5 won't be able to buy the game digitally at all until further notice. Once we have confirmed that you have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund may vary based on your payment method and financial institution. This is absolutely massive, because despite whatever people can say, it launched in a broken state, whatever the case is, it's not good, whatever it was, people were still buying the game. It's been a while since it launched, but people were still buying the game, and people will still buy a broken game. Heck, some people even playing it on PS4 or Xbox One have been playing and been like, okay, well, there's glitches here, there, or whatever the case is, but I still like it, and people were still buying it. So the fact that they actually took the step to remove it is a very, very bold move from Sony, a move that they didn't have to do. There's no pressure on them, because they're not the ones who published the game. They're not the ones who did it. And it passed their certification or whatever it was initially. So they could have kept on selling it. But I think that Sony doesn't want to get a bunch of false sales and then have to refund people and continuously refund people. And it develops into a problem that is their problem if people are buying the game, don't know that it's bad. So cut off the problem right now and wait till it's back up, right? Wait till you can get a competent PlayStation 4 and Xbox One base version of the game, and in this case a PS4 base version of the game. And I think that CD Projekt Red, this proves a couple things with them. This proves that they crumbled underneath the pressure of this game. They could not live up to the hype. They could not live up to the expectations. They could not live up as a new IP. They simply couldn't get it done. They didn't have the direction and focus that they needed from the very beginning in order to get whatever their vision was or their visions were for this game. It just proves it, because I have not seen a developer go this far for this hyped, this big of a game. We've seen games launch. We've seen games launch with bugs, issues, crashes, Bethesda games to be exact, right? So like, let's say Fallout 3, games like that, Skyrim on the PS3, we've seen some pretty bad launches for games and bugs and crashes. But the fact that it's gotten to this point, like I said, it just shows that CD Projekt Red, they couldn't deliver, they couldn't get everything for the full scope of this game for all platforms. They just couldn't do it, right? They had to kind of cut bait when it comes to certain things, and that was the PS4 and Xbox One. I think the bad thing when it comes down to it is how they lied about it. They said that it runs surprisingly good, and that's obviously not the case on the base platform. So them covering up, lying about it, going through step after step after step to minimize what we see, pretty much didn't see the PS4 or Xbox One versions at all, and made it seem as if those versions were going to be playable or a lot better than what they actually were. That was the biggest mistake that CD Projekt Red made. That was honestly the biggest one. And once again, they crumbled under the pressure of having to do PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PC, PS4, Xbox One, Stadia. They just couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it, and this is the result of all of that. So what are you guys' thoughts on this when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077 refunds? Sony removing it from PSN in the height of the holiday when it comes to sales for Christmas and all that, this is definitely not good. And I know Warner Bros. And I know their shareholders, when it comes to CD Projekt Red, the shareholders for everybody involved are probably going to be very, very displeased with this, because this is right during the Christmas shopping period, holiday and all that, man. So I'm not sympathizing for them on that front. I'm definitely with the consumers on it. I'm just saying from their side, man, they must be absolutely heated at this point. But what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate surprise and love. Masahiro Sakurai, I think, has cemented himself as the GOAT of fighting game producers. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about it. Sephiroth has been added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate early if you have the pre-order for the game. It was an absolute ingenious idea. I love the way that they did this, but let me go ahead and get into it and what's going down with Sephiroth and other additions to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate downloadable content character Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII will launch on December 22nd for $5.99, or as part of the Fighters Pass Volume 2 for $29.99, Nintendo has announced. Players who pre-order the Challenger Pack 8 or purchase the Fighters Pass Volume 2, which includes Sephiroth as a playable character, will have the opportunity to unlock Sephiroth, the Northern Cave stage, and his accompanying music track early by taking part in a special in-game challenge launching late. That's already out for you to go download and play, and that is with the version 10.0.0 update. Nintendo also announced a brand new set of Mii fighter costumes and accessories, including the Final Fantasy outfits for Barret, Gunner, Tifa, Brawler, Aerith, Sword Fighter, a Chocobo hat, and of course, you guys' favorite, one that many people felt was going to be one of the remaining fighters in the Fighters Pass. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Star outfit for Geno. So yeah, he's not in the game, guys. All of you Geno fans, dreams crushed, bodied, whatever the case is. Hashtag Geno got bodied. Hashtag Geno is out. Hashtag Geno me outfits. You know what I'm saying? So that's that on there. So we can just stop with the Geno in Super Smash Bros. Also, guys, 10.0 update, there is no fighter adjustments, or there are no fighter adjustments in 10.0, so you don't have to worry about, did my character get buffed, did it get nerfed? Nope, you got a Sephiroth, okay? So go out there, pre-order it, or get the Fighters Pass, beat Sephiroth in this challenge, and have yourself some fun, because Sephiroth is an amazing character. Like, he is absolutely awesome. He's gonna be one of my mains. That's how much I like Sephiroth. I was playing with Sephiroth yesterday on stream, and I was having so much fun with him, I didn't want to stop streaming. We were like 5 hours plus. I did not want to stop streaming Sephiroth. It was so much fun to use him. I love his one wing. I love his combat. I love his demeanor. I love his huge sword with the range. I love his magic that he uses. I love his speed that he has on the fields. Man, he is great. The only problem is that he's light. He's like as light as Mewtwo, so dude gets bopped. But he has a lot of power, glass cannon power, and great recovery as well, great mobility. So I'm a Sephiroth fan. I'm a Sephiroth main at this point. I'm definitely going to be using him, get him to Elite Smash, do all that stuff. But I'm excited to kind of use him against other people as well online and here in the village too. So what do you guys think about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character Sephiroth? Oh, and also new music too, guys. They actually added a bunch of new music to the game as well, so that's pretty cool, because we only had 2 Final Fantasy songs. Now we have a bunch of different arrangements. I think there's like 9 total that they added or something like that, but there's more than 2, so that's good, right? So what do you guys think about Sephiroth, Super Smash Bros? Have you used him yet? Are you planning on picking him up when he comes out officially on the 22nd? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, guys. We've got the Famitsu sales for December 7th, 2020 through December 13th, 2020, and the Switch has once again continued its tear. It's funny because we talk about this every single week, right? We say, oh, the Nintendo Switch is doing so well. Oh, there's just, this is going here and there. But the Japanese sales for the Nintendo Switch are absolutely phenomenal. This week, again, by itself, the Switch sold another 229,698 units in 1 week. Absolutely insane numbers for the Nintendo Switch. Remember, there were no new releases, okay? This is off the strength of the evergreen library of games. I'll actually have a chart up here so you guys can see the top 10, top 30 coming in just a bit or so. You guys will be able to check that out later at the link in the description. But I mean, to see the Switch do as well as it did, the breakdown here is Switch at 182,364 units sold. Switch Lite at 47,334 units. It essentially has like 95% of the market or something like that. It's like 90 something plus percent of the market, which is insane. The funny thing though is that the PS4 actually outsold the base PS5. Now together, the PS5 and the PS5 digital, that outsold the PS4, but the PS4 got a bump because of the game, I guess Cyberpunk, and maybe even a price drop as well. So PlayStation systems did do okay, right? Better than what they've done before. But obviously you have the stock issues with the PS5, and then on top of that, you just have people just shifting over to smartphone gaming, shifting over to mobile gaming, and shifting over to Nintendo Switch. I think it's very clear at this point. But if there is one pretty cool thing here, Cyberpunk, or maybe not so cool, these Japanese players maybe don't know what they're getting themselves into. Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS4, that sold 104,687 units without digital. And remember guys, all of these sales that you do see here are all physical sales. They're not digital at all. It's pretty much the same usual suspects. This Momotaro Densetsu or whatever it is from Konami is still killing it. Another 160,000 units plus. That game's over 1 million units, but it's all the same ones here. Animal Crossing, Ring Fit, Mario Kart 8, Pikmin 3, Puyo Puyo Tetris. That's actually a new one, 26,000 units. Not bad at all. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. And then also Minecraft, Super Smash Bros. Super Mario Party. So not bad at all. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is nearly at 4 million physical units sold in Japan by itself. So that's absolutely incredible. And obviously it's going to get a bump with Sephiroth coming out, or Sephiroth already out. So we should see some of the effects of that in the next one here, man. So very cool to see, guys. Obviously Switch is kind of dominating there. PS5, I think once it gets some stock, maybe it'll be able to kind of do a bit better than what it's doing right now at this point. So what do you guys think about all this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, and this story is pretty interesting because Nintendo will be having another Nintendo Direct, but it's not the typical Direct that you guys are thinking about. This is a Super Nintendo World Direct. Yes, this is real. Nintendo of America actually tweeted this out last night saying, tune in on December 18th at 3 p.m. PT for a special Super Nintendo World Direct live stream. We'll spend roughly 15 minutes showing just some of the USJ_officials new area hashtag Super Nintendo World. No game content will be featured. Now the stream is already up for America. You can go there and wait. I think I'm going to stream this, but to be honest, I don't really have too much to say about it because it is the Universal Studios Japan, it seems, on that, and it's still going to be a while before we get it because of COVID in terms of here in the States, but for those in Japan, very exciting. But I think it's just going to be cool just to see what the plans are. We heard about this years ago, and it always seemed like it was always so far off and everything that's been happening this year, but to have a Direct, a Super Nintendo World Direct, I mean, obviously Nintendo's very serious about this. If they weren't serious about this being a pillar in their business for like the long-term future, there's no way that they would do a Direct on it. And I think it also kind of foreshadows what we can expect in 2021. If you've been watching some of my videos where I talk about how 2021 is going to be crazy, I think this is the year upcoming that Nintendo says, okay, we're really going to expand. I think there's going to be a revision of the Switch. I think they're going to do Super Nintendo World. I think Directs are going to be back in some type of way, maybe a new shape or form. They kind of evolved them since everybody's copying Nintendo. There's tons of games that are already announced. They have the 35th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda. I think 2021 is going to be a monster year for lots of companies, but definitely for Nintendo, considering all the things that have kind of dropped here towards the end of the year. But what do you guys think about the Super Nintendo World Direct? It's going down once again, December 18th, today, 3 p.m. PT, that is 6 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and I will be streaming it. So I will definitely be streaming it for you guys. So come watch it with me if you want to, or watch my reaction to it if you want to watch it later in video on demand on the YouTube channel here. So give me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say on the matter. All right, I'm moving on to the final topic here, guys. Bravely Default 2 has a brand new final demo that is now available for all of you guys to go out there and play right now at this point. It's pretty cool. And also, you can get 100 My Nintendo Platinum points if you do download and play the demo. So publisher Nintendo has released the Bravely Default 2 final demo for the Nintendo Switch via the Nintendo eShop, users who download the demo before the game's release will receive 100 My Nintendo Platinum points. Now here's an official description of the demo. Experience the game's risk and reward system, character strategy, and stunning visuals in the latest Bravely Default 2 final demo. In this demo are already on their journey with jobs and abilities at their disposal. Bravely Default 2 is officially out for the Nintendo Switch on February 26, 2021 worldwide. I love those worldwide releases. Good job, Nintendo, Square Enix on that. And Bravely Default is one of those franchises, man, that like I started playing back. I bought it day one when it first came out. It was something new. You know, I knew that was kind of like a classic Final Fantasy game. You have the jobs and everything, but I didn't expect it to be as addicting and as good as it was. And ever since I played Bravely Default, I was hooked. Bravely Default, you have the end layer. That game's cool, but the original to me was the one that really got me to love the franchise. Now we have Bravely Default 2, and a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about the game, like how is it, you know, what's up with it, what can you do, all that. And to me, I think the best way to kind of describe why I like this game so much is the risk reward system, the Bravely and the Default. But it goes beyond what you guys played in like Octopath Traveler, where you can kind of only go like default and kind of store up yours. You can't actually go brave and go past it, right? So you can never lose turns, and I love that in terms of the flexibility and with all the different jobs and the classes. Octopath Traveler has like a couple, right? You have like a hidden class, you have your main, whatever. It's okay. But Bravely Default has a bunch of them, and there's a ton of new classes as well, and it's do returning ones. So you can really customize your character and have them do all sorts of different stuff in the game. It really is a flexible and fun game to play once you get into it. Might seem a little bit intimidating, a little bit hard, or a little bit different, or kind of old school, but once you start experiencing the Brave and the Default mechanics and how that ties into the jobs and the classes, you're going to be hooked. If you love RPGs, that is. If you like them, you're going to be hooked with it. And also, it has a very whimsical art style, right, with it, and kind of looks weird, especially with the high definition graphics. I mean, it looked okay on the DS because it was DS, or more like 3DS, but on the Switch, it looks kind of weird. But I'm telling you, with the characters and the voice acting and how they do the story, it kind of all ties in together. However, you guys can test it out yourself, see how you like it. It's old school, doesn't really demo that well. The full experience is something that I am going to enjoy. I know I'm going to enjoy it because I already like the demo and everything. So I'm looking forward to the release of the full game. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all this gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.